I am the manager slash partner of Secure View Systems. What we are is an ADT authorized dealer. We serve our local community as well with other communities in different states. ADT is the biggest security company in the country. What we do is we're an authorized dealer of that. There is many authorized dealers, so we are among many other groups and people. But what we do is we don't care about the volume of customers. We care about the quality with the customers. We want to come into your home, and we want to make sure that you're protected the proper way and taken care of, and know that our name is put on it, the job that we're doing, whether it be for fire protection, burglary protection, flood protection, glass break protection, carbon monoxide protection, anything that we do. Well, that's what we look at, and that's what we want to do is we sit down with the customer. You know, we do a free estimate. We'll come out and we'll take a look at your house, see what we want to do from there, and go from there. We're not worried about coming and saying, here you go, here's your basic stuff, we're done, we'll see you, we're out of here. We spend time with our customers. I love what I do as an entrepreneur. I'm growing in within myself. I've only been in the security business for 3 years, and I've already made it this far. I'm very proud of what I do. I'm very happy with how I am and what I'm able to do for my community. I have people that work for me that I've hired and brought in this company, whether they're salesmen or installers. I brought them from just basic installs to now selling / maybe doing their own installs for their customers. We're in New Jersey, we are in Pennsylvania, in Allentown, Pennsylvania, and then we also handle Delaware. I just brought a guy on in Staten Island, New York. So that is, that's nice. It's hard to travel that much and to go take care of these people and make sure they're doing the right thing. But I don't mind it because I love what I do. I do honestly, absolutely love what I do. Also, along with ADT, we're also surveillance camera specialists, residential and commercial. So what we're able to do is just in a building like this or in your personal home, have a surveillance camera system in place. We were talking earlier about, just going in a home and seeing what they have. Like they want to protect the front door, or they want to, do something, want to be able to see their backyard, their swimming pool, whatever they may have. And we're also capable of doing that. We also handle access control systems for buildings like this, for a lot of communities. I'm actually in works with Eagles Landing community. I don't know if anybody's familiar with that in Rehoboth Beach. They have three pool houses and a clubhouse. We're working on getting them a brand new integrated system for their card readers. So you put your card in front of the scanner, it opens the gate for you. That's just some things that we do. Also, we're a DirecTV authorized dealer. So that's a lot. It's a lot to do. But you have to have the drive as an entrepreneur. Everybody knows that if you're sitting on the couch, just hanging out, doing whatever, you're not going to be out there making money. You're not going to be out promoting your business. You have to be in people's faces. No matter how nervous I am, I'm still here in front of you people, and I thank you very much for having me, and I really do. And this is what you have to do. If you don't do that, then you're not going to make the money, and we're all out to be profitable. But you have to be profitable, you have to be honest, and you have to stand by your service. You have to take in consideration that we all want to provide for our families and provide, but you have to take in consideration that you got to be honest, and that's how I look at it. Secure View Systems was around before I was involved, and they had a big falling out, and then I came on, and I was doing installs for them, and then I was doing sales for them, and now I'm running and part of the partner. There's two of us, and I'm the kind of one that's always out there. And I love it, and I do. What else is there? When you see ADT, there's so many advertisements for ADT. There's corporate, there's a big one. You see it in the money mailer. You see everything. Make sure when you're looking at that, and I always tell people, and I don't want to talk bad about other business or anything, but when you look on a flyer that you get, it's going to say our logo, just like it is on there. It's going to say ADT Authorized Dealer. Well, right next to it is going to be a name. There's many names. There's 349 dealers. Okay? Make sure that the one you're calling is Secure View Systems. Make sure that's what it says on there. And if it doesn't, or you have any questions, everybody has my name and number. Other than that, I mean, that's really the gist of it. If anybody has any questions, I'd love to, for some feedback.
Wonderful. You're going to get some. Let's give Sean a round of applause.
Thank you.
Morning, Sean.
Good morning.
I have used the security system in various houses I lived in,
Okay.
and I have noticed the variation in price range, the basic service from $19.99 to $36.95. What is the difference when the monitoring is probably done by the county or 911 or some people? How do you put that scale from $20 to $30? How do you know whether to put $10 margin or $5 margin or $8 margin? Just curious to know how does it.
How it works is it depends on which company that is protecting your house. If you have a company that's protecting you for $20 a month, most likely they have one monitoring location, all right, which means there's one call center. ADT has 5, and 4 in the States and 1 in Canada. So you're paying more for a service with ADT, and you are, because you're getting you're getting that. $19.99 per month is hooking through your phone line. What happens then is anytime you have a power outage, you're losing communication. We're coming out for a service call. You pay, if you pay more per month, our basic is $44.99. What that does is that gets you a cell unit, and basically you're communicated over AT&T satellite towers. That's how it works. So no communication failure, no vulnerability outside with cutting wires, you never have a service call on it. So that's the way we do it. That's why it's more expensive. $36.99, you're hooking through your, phone line if you want to do it that way, and that's fine. That's up to everybody has a budget, and if your budget can only do that right now, then that's fine. Eventually, it's always easy to upgrade. There's always some type of promotion that they'll be able to work in for you to get you taken care of. Like I said, the $19.99 per month, the $25 per month, it just depends on who's monitoring it, and you have to be careful with that. You have to. If you have any questions, if you have a security system now or know somebody that does, and they're wondering who they're with or what they have, they can call me. I have no problem. Talking on the phone is free. I have no problem talking to people about what they have going on, and that's just a way to get my name out there and to talk to people, make sure they're happy with what they have.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
And are you centrally located in Millsboro, Rehoboth?
I am out of Millsboro,
Okay.
and that's where I live, and pretty much my home is my office.
Okay.
I also have Marlton, New Jersey, and which we have another central location there, and then Allentown, Pennsylvania. What's actually Easton, Pennsylvania, which is about 13 miles north of Allentown, and then our one gentleman in Staten Island who is building that as we go. So I travel all over the place, so it doesn't matter where you're located or where you have family. As long as you have family in my territory, I will personally go take care of them and sit down with them.
And your services range from initial consultation to
Start to finish.
installation?
Start to finish. We will come out to your home, personally take care and prepare a package for you, so that way you know what you're going to get. Then we will have then we will come in and we'll install it. We'll go over to the customer how to do it, make sure they know how to work it, they're comfortable with it, and then you're monitored by ADT. If you have questions there on out, you'll just call us, whoever your salesman was or your installer was, or even me. Doesn't matter. If you call the 800 number, you can ask for me, and you'll get me. And I have no problem talking to people about that.
How's business?
Business is, well, we've been back in business and going strong for a year. Business is, of course, you're not $1 million company, We're very steady, and I like where we're going. We're not worried about bulk volume slamming jobs in. We're not. We want to take our time with our customers and make sure they're happy. Because one customer tells 1 or 2 other people, right? They tell them, oh man, this guy, Sean, did a great job. SecureView Systems is awesome. We really love him. But if I came in and I rushed in and didn't take care of you, tell 10 people that you didn't like us. And we don't go by that. We don't have bad business name, and I will never do that to my customers.
Very good.
Following on to that, what % of the business is referral versus basically, I'll call it cold calling?
Right now, about 75% of our business is referrals. Our cold calling, our door knocking, we also have a couple of people that make phone calls to customers. That is actually kind of slow. when you're just calling, it's just like if somebody calls your house and they say, or when they call my house, I'm like, well, all right, thank you for the information, I'll talk to you later. But if you're meeting somebody face-to-face or you're referring that person, that's a warm handoff that you're like, all right, that's a person that this person got referred, Betty referred me, and I'm really happy, so I'll go ahead and do it. That's the best way.
Okay.
Another question?
Mm-hmm.
Kina?
In today's time, with the concerns of security versus privacy or surveillance versus privacy, what kind of assurances that we can have as business owners or homeowners if ADT is helping to monitor things? How do we protect ourselves and our privacy?
Well, ADT is monitoring your house. They're not monitoring your cameras. They're not monitoring anything visual. Now, we do home automation where you can turn your lights on and off and your thermostat and everything like that, and we do that. But we're not, ADT, the people that are behind the desks, behind the earpieces that are watching your house, they're getting an alert. Your system goes into alarm, they get an alert within 3 to 5 seconds. Then they're calling you, asking you if everything is okay. They're going to tell you what zone got breached or anything like that. The privacy aspect is fully private. We can't do anything to your system outside of your house. It's fully 100% private. Your camera system is watched over your internet device. Okay, you have a username and password, and I always suggest to people, anything you have a username and password for, change it every 90 days. Do it, because people have access to that, can get access to it. But with surveillance cameras, your username and password to view it online or over your phone or over the internet, that's the only way to get into it. We cannot, as ADT, the monitoring location, we cannot access it. Our installers are background checked. Our installers have passwords they have to change. They can't get into that system. Once they leave, once they're terminated, if they're terminated, they're cut off from any ties to any webmail, anything like that. So it's very, very secure. We protect the Pentagon and the White House, ADT. So we have to go through intense background checks, intense one-on-ones. It takes a lot of time to hire people. That's why we're not as big as I would like to be, because you have to be careful who you talk to and who you hire.
Thank you, Sean. So what can we as a community do to help your business?
Well, as a community, if you have a system or ever thought about it, call me. If you know anybody, a mother, a father, a brother, sister that needs a medical attention or anything like that, or might need emergency service, call us. With ADT, we do a $100 referral. We personally, our company, myself, we give you a check for a referral to a customer of $100. When we do surveillance cameras, we do a percentage of the cameras, however much is involved in that. We don't mind giving back. We donate money to, I'm part of the Cape Business Network as well, and we donate money to Kinfolk and different organizations. I donate money to MS. We make sure that money that we get and we give out, we disperse to, along with charities and stuff like that. And I don't mind helping anybody out. $100 for you referring somebody is amazing. That's a check in your hand. That's how we love to run our business, as referrals.
I think you made a really great impact statement. I was wondering if you use it on your advertising, and that was that you protect the White House and the Pentagon. I mean, when you said that, I was like, wow. Mm-hmm. If you don't use that in your advertising, I think you should, just because I think that's an outstanding impact statement.
Okay. Thank you.
We want to encourage you to share your experience today with other businesses.
Absolutely.
The floor is always open, and what we're building is a pool of entrepreneurs to have every week. So
Yes, and thank you very much for the invite, and I really appreciate it. I'm happy to be
Absolutely.
here.
Absolutely.
And,
Thank you.
Oh.
Oh,
A little Q&A is going a little longer. I like it.
You just brought up a term that hasn't come up while you've been talking, and that was medical. And I know that when we've been seeing the advertisements, when someone's fallen, tell us how ADT can help in that realm.
Well, I've fallen and I can't get up. What is that company called? I can't remember what the name of. But what we do is we have medical pendants. or fire protectant systems or carbon monoxide. But the medical pendants, you press and hold the button and it automatically dispatches the ambulance. We can call through the panel and we can talk to that person over the air so they are comfortable why the ambulance is on their way. We automatically disperse them. There's also fire, medical, police panics built into every panel. So if you have an emergency in your home, whether it be fire, medical, or you need police emergency, you press and hold these buttons and then all of a sudden, they're automatically dispatched out, period. We're not calling, we want to make sure that you're safe and you're protected. So the medical pendant is an amazing feature.
Excellent. All right, Gail?
So there's a lot of part-time homes around, and do you have a package for those that aren't at home and compared to, they wouldn't need a medical or other?
Oh, I'm sorry, go ahead.
That's okay.
Every package is individualized. There's a base package where you get a couple of doors covered, a motion detector, a keychain remote in your panel. That's a basic package. What we do is we can go above and beyond that to take care of your personal belongings, to take care, if you're not home, maybe the home automation factor might be better for you. It just depends. So each house is individual, and that's the nice thing about it. Just because you may have a system that has 4 doors covered and a motion detector, you might have 6 motion detectors and 4 of your windows covered and 3 of your doors, because you have different areas that you want done. Each personal house, each personal has their own preference. And then that's how we do. It's just that's why we take our time to sit down with you and make sure that you are protected the way that you want and the way that we feel, should be.
I think you had to live under a rock not to know or hear of ADT, so that's a plus for you. But I'm sitting here thinking, I think of ADT and I think of security, yet I had a house fire, never really thought about the fire end of it, or as you mentioned, the medical end. We do have a fire alarm system, but it's internal. When you have that, can you integrate that into your system as opposed to having to reinstall separate alarms?
Well, I suggest everybody goes home, and if you take the time out, if you go on our Facebook page, Facebook.com/SecureView Systems, and post a while back, I put posts on there a lot for people on YouTube, and if you watch one from MSNBC, it is a video where there's a difference between the ion smoke detectors you have in your home that are wired into your house compared to our photoelectric. Our photoelectrics they pick up man-made small particle smog smoke. It's a whole different type of smoke than from when you burn toast. You leave your smoke detectors in their house because you have to have a code, and your code is one smoke detector in every room and 1 in each common area. Is by building code. We don't do that necessarily. We'd recommend 1 per floor, and if you want more than that, then that's perfectly fine. We try to have it in a common area or closer towards the bedrooms. If the houses are split up, bedroom over here, then we kind of say, hey, maybe 1 on each side. With that, we integrate them into our own smoke detectors are integrated into our own panels. We cannot take the ones that you have in your house and integrate them to ours. And I wouldn't. And if you don't want a security system or you didn't think about it, when you go to the store, make sure you get the photoelectric smoke detectors. They're photoelectric and ion. They're more money, but you know what? Pay for it. It's a life-saving device. The difference between those are they just beep. So if you're not home or you're sleeping and you sleep through the beep, make sure you don't know. Ours, once they go off, they automatically call you and dispatch the fire department. That's a huge difference.
Over the years, I've had more damage caused by water than any other
Yep.
problem.
Flood detection systems through the panels.
You have those systems?
Yes, sir.
Because it would appear to me that with the number of condos we have, and condos are really hazardous as far as water damage in particular, I would think that that would be a whole business in itself to try to get into a condo association and basically be selling not only fire protection, but water damage that comes from absentee ownership
Yes.
is one of the biggest things we have down the beach.
And in our area, we do, and it's huge. And we do flood protection. It just depends on the areas. There are sensors that are built in, and once water hits them, it shorts out, it sends an alarm to ADT. ADT calls you, say, zone 11 is your flood detector. It's going off. Have somebody check it out. If you're not there, Obviously, 90% of people that don't live down here around have somebody that watched their house. So call that person, put that person on your call list, for ADT, have them go check it out and get it taken care of. That's very, very easy to do. If you sat down and you thought about how expensive your house is and how expensive it is, to do, if you had a fire, you flood, how expensive it is. We work with Premier Restoration. We've been back and forth with them a little bit on for their fire and water damage, getting some customers taken care. What you have to, you see how inexpensive it is on the ADT side and protecting it that way compared to what the damage, how much money is involved in the damage.
Let's give both shots another hand. Okay.
Have you thought about, or do you have a relationship with any home watch businesses? Seems like there might be some synergy there for you.
Well, Brian and I were talking earlier, and maybe in a few months we might have one. We don't currently right now with a home watch business. I would love to, if anybody knows of them, put them in contact with me. I definitely will talk to them. And you have my email address. My email address is on my card. Email me, text me, FaceTime, I don't care, whatever, I'm always around. Just don't do it after like 10 o'clock at night, please. I'm trying to get a little beauty sleep.
I think that what this gentleman was alluding to about the condo associations, I know, and I don't know if this is already passed or not, but Sea Colony down in Bethany Beach was having a big thing where it was designed around the condo association for vendors to come and show their wares for the condo association. Okay. Something like that may be huge for you because you may be able to get the entire development in one shot.
And that would be awesome. And that's nice to talk. Now that I know that, that's fine. I'll be in touch with them. Just like with Eagles Landing and their access control systems, I'm going to be in touch with them too about their security. I'm going to do a home show for them, community shows, Sussex East on Route 9. We're involved with them trying to get in there. There's a lot because of the solicitation. You have to get solicitation, permits and everything like that. There's a lot involved with it. And that's what holds some businesses down is the rules. Everybody tries to govern. There's a lot of governing going on, and you want to, they don't want people bothering you. You feel like you're being haggled. But if you look at it in the business perspective, we're trying to do a business. We're trying to be profitable. And we're also providing a service for your family and for yourself or your business. So getting into the condos is very hard, and I've been back and forth with a couple of them. But like Sea Colony, I'll definitely be in touch with them.